Yes, people, it's your boy Flicks back with another Premier League predictions weekend, week 25. Before I start today's video, you know what to do. If you are new to my channel right now, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Have your say in the comment section. Is your team playing this weekend? And if they are, who are they playing? And do you reckon they'll win, lose, draw, etc, etc, etc. And please smash that like button. I'll be very much appreciated. Let's crack on with week 25 Premier League predictions. Come on. So week 25, but before I crack on to that one, I just want to go over a little recap of last weekend in week 24, where we saw Arsenal absolutely demolish West Ham last Sunday. 4-0 half-time, 6-0 by the final whistle. Honestly, just ridiculous. Ridiculous to see West Ham get absolutely smashed by our North London rivals. Obviously, me being a Spurs boy. Other results, Tottenham Hotspur come from behind, beating Brighton 2-1 at the lane. So big up my team Spurs for that one, bagging another 3 points and getting back in the top 4 as we speak. Sheffield United, didn't see this one coming because Luton have been on top form. And obviously the weekend before that, they pulled off a 4-4 draw against Newcastle at St James's Park as well. But last weekend, Luton, even though they had about 18 shots, altogether, they lost 3-1 to Sheffield United. So, like I said, I didn't see that one coming there. Other results, Man Utd beat Everton 2-0. Fulham beat Bournemouth 3-1. Wolves, after their classy result against Chelsea, they got beat 2-0 against Brentford. At the Molineux, by the way, Nottingham Forest lost to Newcastle 3-2, and Aston Villa are losing a bit of form right now. They lost 2-1 to Man Utd, who are slowly picking up results now and creeping up that table. So there you have it. There's last weekend. Now we're going to crack on to week 25. Come on. So for this coming weekend, we're starting Saturday, 12:30, Brentford versus Liverpool. Then we've got Burnley. They got a 3 PM kickoff with Arsenal. Fulham, another 3 PM kickoff with Aston Villa. Newcastle, Bournemouth, again, 3 PM. Nottingham Forest, West Ham, another 3 o'clock kickoff. My team Spurs, we welcome Wolves to the lane. Again, another 3 PM kickoff. And Man Utd versus Chelsea. It's going to be an absolute blockbuster. That's a 5:30 kickoff, all on Saturday. Then we move on to Sunday. Sheffield United, who picked up that very good result last Saturday against Luton. They play Brighton at 2 o'clock on Sunday, by the way. And Luton, they welcome Man United to Kenilworth Road, 4:30 kickoff. Then Monday night, we've got a game, Everton versus Crystal Palace. That's going to be an 8 PM kickoff. Now I'm going to move on with my predicted winners and losers this weekend coming. So now we move on to my predicted winners and losers and draws for this coming weekend. So obviously Brentford, they welcome Liverpool to their backyard, 12:30 kickoff. So the early kickoff this Saturday. Brentford, they've done well to pick up all 3 points last weekend against Wolves. But Liverpool, they're on a different level right now. If I'm going to go with a scoreline, I'm going to say Brentford 1, Liverpool 2. Then we move on to Burnley versus Arsenal. Burnley are in poor, terrible form. Arsenal, after that demolition of West Ham last week, 6-0. Honestly, I didn't see that scoreline coming, and I'm sure he didn't either. But if I'm going to say a score, honestly, I couldn't say one right now, so I'm just going to go with an Arsenal win. Then we move on to Fulham and Aston Villa. Fulham, they're a bit of a topsy-turvy club, and Villa, they've come off a high a little bit, and they're starting to go on a little bit of a low right now. Obviously, lost last weekend. They lost in the FA Cup replay with Chelsea. So they're not in very good form right now. So if I'm going to go with a winner, I honestly couldn't pick one. So I'm going to say a straight-up draw for Fulham and Aston Villa. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Then we move on to Newcastle, Bournemouth. I'm just going to say a winner for this one, Newcastle. Nottingham Forest, West Ham. Nottingham Forest done. They played pretty well from what I saw against Newcastle last weekend. But West Ham, man, honestly, West Ham, they got to back their ideas up. Do you know what? If I'm going to say a winner, possibly West Ham to edge it. Possibly. But if anything, a draw, honestly. Tottenham, my team Spurs, they welcome Wolves to the lane. Coming from behind last weekend to beat Brighton 2-1. We've done it many times this season, coming from behind, getting late winners. That could possibly happen again this week, and I hope it don't, because it's just not good. Just not good. All that squeaky bum time nonsense. I don't want it again this weekend. So for me, again, like I said, if I'm going to say a scoreline, I'm going to say Tottenham 2, Wolves 1. And then we move on to the blockbuster. Like I said earlier, Man City are in phenomenal form right now. They welcome Chelsea to the Etihad, 5:30 kickoff. If I'm going to say a scoreline for this one, I'm going to say Man City 3, Chelsea 1. Then we move on to Sunday, Sheffield United, Brighton. Again, I couldn't think of a scoreline for this one. Obviously, Sheffield United surprised me last weekend. Beating Luton 3-1. Like I said, I didn't see that one coming. But if anything, Brighton should win this game. Brighton should win this game. But we will see. But like I said, I'm going to say a Brighton win. And then Luton, they welcome Man United to Kenilworth Road. I'd love to see a Luton win, because United are slowly creeping up that table now. They're only 6 points behind Tottenham in 4th. So if I'm going to say a predicted winner, like I said, I'd like to see a Luton win. But realistically, United are on form. So I'm going to go with United to edge this one. I'm going to say a 2-1 Man United win. And then we move on to Monday night's game. Everton versus Crystal Palace. Again, I couldn't say a winner right now. If anything, a draw, a straight up draw. So there you have it. There are my predicted winners, losers and drawers this weekend. Please have your say in the comment section. Do you reckon your team will win? Is your team in the top 4? Or is your team fighting a relegation battle right now? Because Sheffield United are slowly picking up points. Burnley are in there. Nottingham Forest are in there as well. Everton, they're still waiting for their 10 points. Are they going to get it back? We're still waiting for that one. So it's very, very dodgy at the bottom and the top. So there you have it. There are my predicted winners, losers and drawers. Like I said, have your say in the comment section. As always, I will be back next week for more predicted winners, losers and drawers. So come on. Yes.